Welcome back to another day, another stream. Like I told you guys recently, I would come back today instead of yesterday like I was supposed to. That was just because I had Bible study last night, and so it usually gets kind of chaotic. But way. Hopefully, everyone's doing well on this Friday today. My day's been going well. I mean, the start of my day was a little bit rough, but finally throughout the day it finally got better. So at least that's one thing that matters to me. Is something happened. They're not just trying to affect me that much. But it's just more of my disability stuff, and even I think the weather has to do with it too. But right now we're doing pretty good, so let's hopefully keep it up like that. But anyway, so if anyone on here is new, welcome. And if you are a returning subscriber or a mod, welcome back. Right now though, all we're doing is we're just hanging out, so feel free to come by, ask questions. Also, y'all, I encourage everybody to hit the like button so we can keep all of the reviews going up, but also show the YouTube algorithm that we're one of the streams that are doing really good and not trying to be weak. And also be sure you hit the subscribe button so you can be the first ones to know when a video, a live, or really anything with my channel comes out. So anything from live streams, content, shorts, posts, and more by me. Because I say it on here, I would hate if somebody was trying to do all of it but did not get anything back from me. I just kind of hate when that part happens to some of those. So yeah, just be sure you guys feel free to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can get those updates. Because that's how we get updates on here, is by hitting that notification bell after we subscribe. And AK, be sure to have it on all notifications, so this way you get every single little thing. And not just, okay, once in a while you get something and then, you don't hear back for like ages. And honestly, I hate when that part happens. But so yeah. But right now we're just hanging out though. But yeah. So that's just what's happening at the moment. And also to go over just a couple of little things on here real fast. Y'all, we do have rules on my stream just for safety purposes. Hang on. But yeah, and so just to list a few of them, is the first one only applies to all men in my comment section. Luckily, this hasn't happened in a while, so let's keep it like that. But rule number 1 is no flirting of any kind in the chat, unless if you are Alan Watson, then that's a different story. But yeah. And then after that, the second rule is to be respectful to everyone that is in the live stream. So if you are, if someone comes in here and starts being rude to someone in here, like that can be a new incoming subscriber or a mod or a returning subscriber themselves. So for those that follow that, please don't try to do that. Just don't. Because at the end of the day, I would rather not have to put up with behavior like that on here. I just don't want to be. I don't want to be the person in that situation. And I'm only 20, so I'd rather not be the adult in that situation and just try to cut it to you. But yeah, another rule as well that goes along the lines of that is no bullying anyone, but also no shaming of any kind. So body shaming, disability shaming, or just shaming on somebody for any reason, really, because everyone, including myself, does not deserve to get shamed on for something, either if it's their disability or their health, their medical needs, their life situation, anything in general. It's not. Sorry, I was checking to make sure nothing wasn't happening or whatever, but it isn't. But yeah, it's just really important to make sure that that none of us do not try to be rude towards them at all. And so, yeah. Sorry, got an itch. But yeah, and also y'all, another rule in here too is just to have fun. Because y'all, on my live streams, we're a chill stream. We're not chaotic. We don't go bizarre over a whole lot. So, yeah. But anyway, yeah, so like I said, that's just rules on my end, just for safety purposes, because y'all, that's why we had to have rules. Like, that's why rules are really anywhere. That's why we've got rules in the first place. Is A, it's for safety purposes, and B, it keeps us safe and we feel comfortable around stuff, Like, that's why in school we had rules, that's why in general we've got rules, and, it's just one less thing for us to have to question ourselves constantly, because, as adults, y'all, we question ourselves quite a bit on life itself, because either we see people making bad decisions, or we hear on the news about people being jerks. We hear all kinds of chaos nonsense out there, and people just don't know how to act mature, especially if they're an adult themselves. Yeah, because y'all, we all went to school for 12 years and learned how to act mature and how to be around people, and we didn't go to school. We did not go to school to literally learn, okay, this is how we act. We act like a stupid idiot around friends or towards strangers. We're not just, that's not how it works here at all. So if in general, if we're gonna get somebody in here, I highly recommend that A, you're not a jerk on here, and B, if you are one, you can exit right here, or a mod that might, or one of my mods that might be in here will kick you out for good, because at the end of the day, I'm not gonna tolerate nothing. So, right now, I am thankful. Like, right now, y'all should be thankful that I rarely haven't had that many people who have decided to be on that side. Raymond, how are you doing? It's been a minute. But, I'm a good boy. Okay, that's funny. That's funny. But how have you been doing? It's been a minute. But anyway, y'all, basically, my mods are just amazing. So a huge shout out goes to all of them, because y'all, they are one of my main reasons why I have my channel going, but also that's why I've got my streams going, because A, they keep it safe on here, B, they know how to act, and they're never gonna change on me one time, because I am very picky with mods. I'm not gonna lie. And heck yeah. Heck yeah, I'm ready for the night. Obviously. But yeah. So I am obviously ready. And also, to kind of give you guys just kind of some updates in general around here, I've recently been doing, like, today though, like I was saying, I was doing okay in the very beginning of the day, but then finally as the day progressed, it finally got better. So it luckily wasn't too bad. And then I'm doing alright. I've just been relaxing. And just to I kind of will give a full kind of throughout the day what it was like. Y'all, for reference, last night and yesterday, for a little bit, I was obviously having to put up with, just kind of my usual, where I was just yesterday getting, I was just getting bad headaches yesterday. So kind of what it looked like was, it was sometime yesterday afternoon, like around 2:30, 2:40. I think it was 2:30 or 2:20 in the afternoon that I noticed that I began just having the usual. So I did what I would do is take a Motrin, put it like normal, let it go by, and then maybe a minute or two afterward, I began to notice I was feeling dizzy afterward, which a lot of you guys know I've dealt with epilepsy for like 20 years of my life, and so ever since, right around from when I was born up to my adulthood, like the starting of my adulthood, I have had to deal with a ton of it. And so, yeah, and honestly, y'all, that side is just more, it's just because of the medications I take for my epilepsy to stop my seizures from even trying to come back. And that's why my seizures are rarely active. Like, that's why it rarely ever happens nowadays, which is that's a good thing, because at the end of the day, it's like, you want to be on medication that works best for you, that will stop whatever you are having to put up with, than just trying other medications that will partially work and still continue to deal with a lot of it. I will tell you, so far it's felt pretty good actually. It's pretty crazy to believe. I still can't even believe I'm 20, honestly, y'all. Like, I still can't get over the fact that the start of the month, I turned 20. I can't even believe that. But so far it's been pretty well though, y'all. It's just kind of what you would think is learning in between things, and just kind of enjoying life too, especially while it's pretty good before it gets to the actual chaos. Let me get up for a second. Give me a minute. Oh gosh. But, yeah, because at the end of the day, y'all, when y'all hit 20, for people who have not hit my 20s yet, I will tell you, so far it's been pretty well for me. And, yeah. And all you are going to be expecting in your 20s is a little bit of learning like you're supposed to. And also just feeling good. Like, you're the good part. Oh my god, I'm gonna grab some metal stream. But, yeah, so for me, I've just been, like, my dad would bring up some things that he would tell me about, like how certain things work, or how to handle something in a certain situation. Like, y'all, actually, I will say this. So earlier, about a few hours ago, I was waiting for my dad to get back on the golf cart from picking up my brother from the bus stop. And for reference, y'all, in our garage, we have not like a small fan, but like a little bit of it's one of those smaller, taller, skinnier fans. Like, you can kind of choose to move it or just keep it as it is. And so we had one of those in our garage, and what the craziest part, y'all, was I wanted to turn on for a minute just to cool me down a little bit, because a couple of spots I was starting to sweat. And for some reason, y'all, it was being a little slow working. Like, it would be on, it would slow down. So I'll try again, just because, I thought it was like a glitch or something in it. And so at one point, I'm like, we're just gonna hit the off button just to see what happened. Y'all, when I tell you, I'm glad I stopped that right there, because y'all, it was crazy. Like, and then after that, I began to notice that it started smelling like smoke. I'm like, oh gosh. So, go tell my mom what the heck is happening. And then I also let my dad know. Thankfully, my suspicion was correct on that. Because y'all, the thing is, when you think about that, you would think, because honestly, y'all, when something like that happens, that's a fire hazard. Like, at any point in my head, I thought the thing was going to explode. So, thankfully, I caught it in a good bit of time to where my parents were able to unplug it and actually get rid of it. Yeah. Yo, that's what your instincts are going to do. Is when you know something in your 20s that shouldn't be happening, you ask another adult around you, or if you know it yourself, do what you would know. So for me, I did both, because half of me knew, like, okay, this does not seem right at all. So I'm like, let me ask my parents just to make sure I'm not thinking things, because, you could be thinking the right stuff, but maybe it's something totally different. And so, yeah, it was crazy though, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. So thank God that a fire did not start. Thank God it did not explode in the garage. Or else that would be a nightmare. Like, y'all, that would be a freaking nightmare at that point. So thank God my instincts went crazy for the best. Let me get my chair fixed a little bit. So give me just a moment. But yeah, that's one of the things about being 20, y'all, is you're starting to learn certain things and also how to handle situations like that. But yeah, it's crazy. So, alrighty, y'all. And also to give some of you guys an update, by the way, on AJ, because all you're gonna wonder how he's doing. He's been doing well. We actually talked on the phone around 5:30, which went really well, obviously. I kind of called him yesterday because I had Bible study around the time that we would call. But for me, that went well. So, yeah. And next week we have like one more week and then we're done. Just crazy. But, yeah. So, anyway. But yeah, that's basically what's been going on, though. Yeah. It's crazy. And also I might, and also, y'all, I might give this a few minutes, but let's just say, y'all, I do have an exciting update for you guys in terms of AJ as well. That's coming up, like in a month. It's like in like at least 3 to 4 weeks from now. But I'm gonna give it like maybe a minute or two, just to make sure we're in here, because we're busy in between things and it's hard to multitask. Which, I mean, there's some people that can multitask, like some can listen to an audiobook while they're doing something, or some people can just watch a video while doing what they have to do, or listen to music while reading, stuff like that. It's crazy. I mean, I can kind of multitask some stuff. I mean, for example, like, let's see. I mean, I've got a few things I can multitask a little bit. Like, I can, like, in my head, I think for me, I can, oh gosh. I mean, like I said, I can do some stuff like that, but not a whole bunch. It just depends on what it is. So, it just takes that little bit just for it to fully do it. But yeah. So, yeah, we're just chilling, So, feel free to hit the like button if anyone has not done that already, which I've seen one's done that, so thankfully we're getting started on that. And, I think I'll just go ahead and say the news to you guys, because at least we got some of y'all look at it now. But, y'all, so the news I'm going to start telling you guys here, like, basically in just a minute, which is about now. Like I said, like I was telling you guys, AJ's been doing well. And the update, like the exciting news update of that, is me and my parents finally have, we finally got the next timeline that AJ will be back out with me. So, for those of you who are kind of wondering when he's out next, I've got news about that. So, y'all, from November 22nd through the 29th, AJ will be back out here with me. So that's a Saturday to a Saturday. So I am so excited that he will officially get to come back out with me again and all of that, and then we'll be back to what we would do. And also this is a plus too, because this will be our second Thanksgiving that we have spent together, because he actually came out here right around, like, basically during Thanksgiving break of last year. Which is pretty cool. So I'm very excited he is gonna be out here for that week with me, and even I will try to stream some